Well, hello again, MGTOW. Welcome to my truck. Today we are on US 20, Highway US 20, headed westbound in the beautiful state of Ohio. I'll give a shout out to the men of the Foreman Force and the Underground Elite, because if it wasn't for them roasting those people that try to come into the manosphere and mess things up, a guy like me couldn't put out videos in peace and tranquility. So shout out to those guys. I know I could never be as good of a roaster as they are. I truly enjoy watching their videos. I truly enjoy their roasts, and I hope that they enjoy my philosophical videos just as much. So today I have somewhat of a simple topic to talk about, and that is parenting. All right, I just watched another red pillar. The guy used to be MGTOW, but he's not really a red pillar kind of traditionalist, with many subscribers. Right? After he had like 10,000 subscribers, he switched. He dropped the MGTOW label, and he's more of a red pillar. But anyways, he put out a video having to do with parenting, and basically just justifying, parenting or having your kids hang around after they're adults, right? Especially your daughters. That's what he was talking about. Having your daughters hang around and you take care of them well into their adulthood. And I want to go up against that. And the reason why, well, there are many reasons. Let's just begin by saying that even birds push out their offspring out of the nest. They push them off the nest once they're ready to go, once they're strong. There's got to be a certain point in time in which an individual reaches maturity and is able to take care of themselves. I believe that is disrespectful to women to treat them in such a manner that we assume that they're always going to be kids, that we're always going to have to, as parents, take care of them. They have been battling for a long time, trying to say that they can't do it without a man. Let them have it. It's going to benefit everybody. They're going to find out what they can do. If they can indeed do it, they'll be stronger they'll be stronger because of it. And if they can't, well, then that's not our problem, is it? It sounds pretty cold, but at some point we have to put our foot down and say no. How long are we going to live for somebody else? MGTOW is about going your own way, regardless of who and what, who wants to put any restrictions on you, right? If it's your parents, you don't have to take care of them. That's not your responsibility. If it's your kids, you're legally obligated to take care of them up until a certain age, right? The age of 18. If they're going to further their studies, and because of that, you think that they're going to be beneficial to society, then help them out until they're 21. They graduate college. What more do they want? Tell me, what more can they want other than to have a responsible parent, a responsible man that stuck around until they were, for 21 years, right? Paying the bills, working and working and working so that those kids can grow up and be somebody and be able to take care of themselves and provide something of value for society, how much longer are you going to sacrifice yourself for, man? No, absolutely not. MGTOW is about giving freedom to men that have been under the yoke of women for millennia. It's imperative that we wake up our brothers and say, enough is enough. If you have kids, especially if they were kids that, you know, your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend lied to you about, you know, taking care of herself, right? She pretended to be on the pill or whatever, and you somehow ended up with kids. You know, I mean, kids are human beings, right? And they can be more innocent than the rest of us, right? Who have seen evil come and go. But you know, it's only fair that you prepare them so that they can face life, you know, the hardships of life, right? Shelter them and prepare them and show them the reality of life. That's my opinion. You see? But at some point they have to go. At some point they have to be ready to face the world, to face reality without you, because you're not going to be there forever. And what parent really wants their kids to die first? Right? So you have to come to the realization that you will not be there forever for those kids, that they have to fend for themselves. And after they reach a certain age of physical and mental maturity, they have to do just that. They have to fend for themselves. And they're gonna have kids of their own at one point. If MGTOW doesn't take over, they're gonna have kids of their own, right? And they're gonna need to transfer your ideals and your ways of surviving and making it in the world onto your grandchildren. You see? And that's how the process goes. Otherwise, we're just creating a culture of infantility where no one's really a grown-up, right? No one's willing to take responsibility for anything. When things get hard, they run. You're doing them a disservice by keeping them around past their age of maturity. It's a big no-no. And you're doing yourself a disservice. You're taking your own freedom away. If you did everything that you were supposed to do as a parent to see your kids grow and prosper, right? Grow safely and prosper, and they didn't put their bit of effort into it, right? They decided to go and start using heavy drugs and running the streets and or becoming party animals, right? Or lazy bums that just spend their days in the basement playing video games. You know, that's not on you. That's not your problem. You had to warn them, right? You warned them about what was coming. They have to work, they have to produce. Especially for the ladies out there. You have to produce. You can no longer expect that some stranger out there is gonna fall to their knees, right? Or come down to their knees because you bring your beauty and your problems to them, and that they're gonna take care of you for the rest of your life. It doesn't work that way anymore. So society has evolved. We've seen who you are. We're not having it anymore. Women need to work. Nobody wants them in the kitchen anymore. Nobody does. There's so many nice restaurants out there. I was looking at through New York City, you know, because I love going to New York City. It's my favorite town in the whole world. And you know, there's so many people, so many things to do. If you can imagine it, it's there, right? And I love to eat, like most of us, right? But I'm an herbivore, and I find that in the big cities, I have a nicer selection of food, unless I'm willing to cook. But if I want to eat at a vegan restaurant, I have to go, you know, to or near a big city. And New York is the best, in my opinion, if you want to find something to eat that is vegan. You know, you can keep your herbivore lifestyle that way, nice and easy. There are 24 or approximately 24,000 restaurants in the city of New York. Now you tell me, who needs a woman to cook? Those days are over. The days of, you know, women just pushing a few buttons in the washing machine, those days are over. They're gonna need to work. They're going to need to produce, and the economy of the future demands that they produce with their minds. And I know they have physical limitations that don't allow them to perform as well as men. But when it comes to the mind, they claim to be smarter than we are in many instances. And believe it or not, I believe they may as well be. You know, in some instances, right? They can be more creative, that's for sure. Now, whether they want to use that creativity for something that brings value to society, or they want to use that creativity like they've been doing just to bring down other men, that's their problem. Face the consequences. You know, if you want to use your creativity, your powers of creativity to lie to men, right? That's your problem. Anyways, if your kids are grown, push them out the house. You don't need anybody shackled to your ankles, you know, or you know, you don't need any fetters. MGTOW is about freedom, and peace. And you can't have that if you have kids laying around, you know, hanging around well past their age of maturity. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say, MGTOW. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe, and comment. I love your comments. They help me make even better videos. And I'll catch you next time. Thank you very much.